What's up, world? This is your boy. Another edition of making sure things go right in the ways of law enforcement, of where it comes down to making sure that people are doing things right and people uphold, and these gentlemen uphold the law. Just like, for instance, this stop right here. Is it really truly sanctioned? That is truly the real question on making sure everything is done the way things are supposed to go. Now, these gentlemen are handing these people their license back and this, that, what have you, to make sure everything goes accordingly. Now, accordance with the law, and me knowing the law for the individual that I am, we're going to pay attention to anything and everything that goes on here, because I feel it's just, and I feel it's necessary. And within feeling it's just and necessary to do these things of the law within itself, yeah, we're going to pay attention to everything. And little do these motherfuckers know that I'm no joke. You know what I mean? I know the law for what it is. I mean, it all falls down to the Constitution of what it is. And if they want to sit here and harass these people, let it be known that I'm going to be recording every second of every minute of every damn thing. Just so these fine people could actually prove this in court if necessary, or whatever the case may be. The Constitution is written for the people, by the people. You know what I mean? And we're going to make sure it is upheld, so people won't get fucked over in this type of sense. And knowing and understanding this, like, they're probably on the phone with their backup or whatever the case may be right now. Do I care? Hell no. Why? Because I know I'm in the right, and this is not illegal in what I'm doing right now, at all, at any point in time. I mean, so it's cool for me to sit here and record this on private property, because I am on private property, as so speaks. And by me knowing the owners of this establishment, of which it's Western GT Bowl, you mean, and the owners are right down the street, so it's nothing foreign for me to be able to sit here. Having that understanding, we're going to continue to watch on, because I feel it's funny as hell that these officers are watching now. They know that I'm sitting here recording them, which is funny to me. The fact that these people probably don't even know that they never actually needed a driver's license to begin with. It's part of that fashionable statement, but it's okay though. I mean, because as far as everything's concerned, we're good to go. Everything's going to be proved to be legitimate here, and I mean, everybody's going to have a good day today. I was in the midst of going to handle some business of my own, and I happened to see this stop. And for the protection of the people, I mean, I want to record this stop. I mean, because I don't want no bullshit to take place at all, for that matter. I mean, if we have to sit here and wait till backup arrives, this, that, and what have you, it's gonna happen, whether they like this shit or not. And I will continue to record this stop for the sanctity and security of my fellow man. And this isn't done enough, so now it's to a frequency of where we're being sure that the law is being upheld throughout, no matter what. And I mean, I'm going to post this win, lose, or draw, because of the fact that people just need to be known, and people need to know these things of where the law is the law for a reason. And I will continue to uphold this to the day that I die. Like, I believe I've seen them give them back their license. 9 times out of 10, they're just going to write them a ticket since I'm sitting here, and they're not going to harass them. But for the natural respect of it being is what it is, Champagne's finest, yeah, we're going to make sure the laws are being upheld here, no matter what, and to have that better understanding. It's like, I know they're watching me right now. You continue to watch on. That's fine by me. Just know that I'm watching you. That's all that matters. It's one of those funny aspectable things, and I refuse to care. Hands down. It is what it is type situation. It's humid as hell out here. It's probably like 90, 95 with humidity. 70% humidity. But I'm going to be quiet now, and we're just going to sit here and watch this young stop. Just for what it is. And the lovely thing about this is I am on private property. So there's nothing that these people can sit up here and do to me. Even though I am on private property because, like I said, I know the owners. So no matter what happens, even if I am in somewhat of a wrong, if which I know I'm not, yeah, they can't do jack squat until I leave the property, of course. Then they'll probably have me tailed or followed, this, that, what have you. Then I have to go along the routes of doing things the hard way and make it hard for them, which I don't care. Shit, they want to follow me, knock yourselves the fuck out. You don't need to know my name. I mean, the thing about it is, when they ask you for your ID, you do not have to give it to them. That's another thing. The Privacy Act is something else, which is also in the Constitution. The Boyer's Law Dictionary is something that everyone needs to read. And everybody also needs to read about their state laws as well. I mean, it might just save your life. Real shit. But, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I'm going to continue to record this whole joint because, like I said, it's necessary. And I make sure and everything goes right. And so these people can get on their way. I mean, and these boys can actually do their job. And actually arrest people that are actually doing the wrongs and that are in the fucking negative. But, yeah, we're going to continue to watch on and make sure everything goes exactly the way it needs to. 9 times out of 10, these people didn't do anything fucking wrong. But, I mean, it is what it is. No matter what. There's no telling that these people are sitting here fucking things off. But, another day in the life with your boy. I mean, watching, patrolling, and make sure the good stays good and the bad gets punished. At the end of the day. One of those type of situations. Yeah, I'm smacking really hard on this gum right now. I'm not going to even lie to you. I mean, like, at this moment, I'm really kind of surprised the backup ain't show up just because I'm sitting here recording this. And I'm, to them, being somewhat of a dick about it. Little do these motherfuckers know, they should not be really moving all that much. But, I mean, as long as this is a stop and they don't give them a reason to fuck with them any longer, they can go on about their day. But who knows? Yeah. Most definitely. Nah, not at all. Yep. You know it. One of those deals. I am the harbinger of everything that's just and justifiable. Right? Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. Snap on. And here comes the other patrol car, which is amazingly awesome. So now things are really going to get interesting. No telling that this is probably, most likely, the supervisor. I don't see any bars, but we'll see what happens here. Hey, is that vehicle insured? If that's an insured vehicle, they have no right to tow it. I'm letting that really be known. Like that's the law. If that vehicle is actually insured, they have no right to tow that vehicle. Hey, that's our car, right? That's his car? Is it insured? Oh, then fuck. I'm here to make sure everything goes right. What, he had a warrant or something? Yeah. Fuck. That's why they have probable cause to search the vehicle. Because if it wasn't for that, all you had to do was lock the doors and they couldn't search that vehicle because they don't have a warrant for it. Sweetheart, you should have rolled up the windows and locked the door.
I'm gonna give you one warning. Do not get to interfere.
Sir, this is private property, and I am discussing the law with these individuals.
When they're clear from us, you can discuss all you want. While they're here with us, you don't get to. Make sense?
Sir, you now trying to tell me the law, sir? See, they know they're wrong. Another thing is, by you not being arrested, I could talk to you all as much as I want to. That's what he's failing to realize. If they have no reason to detain you, I can sit up here and talk to you till I'm blue in the fucking face. Got the game fucked up. And this is why you need to know your law, ladies and gentlemen. it's interesting. I'm finna go down there and ask them here in a second. Once I get done with this, on the aspects of the reasons that this young man is being arrested. And here comes this officer. And him wanting to discuss something with me. Front! It's front!
Alright. You're not H.O.
I know.
First of all, when we're dealing with somebody, you cannot be screaming at him and stuff. That is obstructing. You can get arrested for it, okay?
How's that obstruction of justice?
Because while we're doing our enforcement activity, you're interfering with that. It's not obstructing justice, it's obstructing a peace officer.
But they're not being detained though.
They are until we're done.
How are they being detained when you have nothing on them?
Because they're involved in a traffic stop that we've stopped. They get
You have your suspect.
right, but they're with the car. They stay till we're telling them they're free to go.
Gotcha.
Okay? So most of us aren't going to try to jam you up on something like that, but we just don't appreciate it.
I understand.
As far as the tow, he does not have insurance. I don't know.
I mean, he told me.
But I can't confirm he doesn't have insurance, and it doesn't really matter. We're towing because he's driving suspended. It's a city ordinance. If you drive suspended, it's a city ordinance. Your vehicle gets impounded.
But you do realize that you never actually needed a driver's license to begin with. As it's written in the Constitution that you have a right to free travel as an American citizen.
That's correct, and I'm not going to debate sovereign
I
citizenship.
mean, no. I mean, it's the fact that he signed that contract with that license. Therefore, he is no more a common citizen. So therefore, he has to follow the laws that are prohibited by that license.
So if he hadn't gotten a driver's license,
He would be all right.
you do understand though that
That's federal, not state.
I know, but the state has never said that's okay. The state.
I mean, the state laws are state laws, but the
Yeah.
Constitution is written by the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
You mean the Supreme Court trumps state every day of the week. So when it comes to the Constitution, it is stated that you have a right to free travel. Unless you're making money over the road, you do not need a license. That is in the Boyer's law dictionary.
But when we write those folks a ticket,
Mhm.
they go to court and they say.
But then at that same notion, you wouldn't have had cause to be able to arrest this gentleman, because then that would have been abduction. Because the fact of the Constitution that states this, and him not having a license, you know what I mean, and knowing that he never had to have a license, and having that understanding of the Driver's Privacy Act inducted in 1994 in Reno versus Condon in January 2000, you mean, therefore you never need a license, and therefore you wouldn't have had the means to actually arrest this individual.
Well, we wouldn't have, because then it would have been a different charge. It would have been just no valid driver's license. We typically.
But then
don't
that's
have-
still state though.
I know, but when he goes to court and he says, "Your Honor,"
But you mean like, it's easy to look up.
guilty.
You mean no, because you mean all he has to do is bring up Reno versus Condon, and it speaks for itself. Exactly.
I would love to see a case where that happened.
If I was driving right now, I could show it to you.
Champaign County.
In any county,
No.
in any state.
No. I want to see one where it happened here.
That'll probably be in the archive somewhere of where that has been beaten, because it can be beaten in any state because it's the Constitution, man, written for the people by the people.
But I don't know if our judges
Would they accept that?
are entertaining that.
Oh, they would have to, and it would be awesome to fight in court because of the fact that they're trying to fight the Supreme Court.
That would be interesting. It'd be interesting.
A judge wouldn't dare have the balls to do that, because then you're going against the Supreme Court and the Constitution that is for us.
If that was the case, why wouldn't that be the argument for every?
Because they're not, y'all choose not to let people know this.
No, but the lawyers that come in and represent them.
Because the lawyers are in it for the money only.
No.
They are only there for the money.
No, there's no way. They would still get paid if they got you. They would be, if you said, hey, when you get caught driving with no license, you come see me, and you've never had one, come see me, I will get you off.
The messed up thing about it is these common citizens don't understand the Constitution. They go through the whole process of school and everything else like that, in the aspect of where they're not paying attention to what is, and learning about the law in states in the states in which they reside, and the aspects of that. Like me, evidently, I know my law.
Except for that whole interfering part.
I mean, the interfering is hearsay. You know what I mean? You mean that would be an argument. You mean I'm not going to argue that aspect of it, but the understanding of the fact that people don't know the basic common sense of the Constitution. They go through the process in school, and that's it. And they don't understand it because it protects them at the same time protect. It gives a better understanding of law enforcement and what you guys do. I'm not taking anything away from what you do. Not at all. But at the same time, there are a lot of you. I'm not saying you in General Pacific, but a lot of you that take advantage of people that don't know the law. You know what I mean? And due to that aspect, there's a lot of people in jail that don't even need to be, and their records get messed up due to this aspect. So within that sense, like, there's a lot of people that are in jail that don't deserve to be there. Period. You know what I mean? And with that heightened understanding of the Constitution on how many things could be avoided, and then to put more and more people in jail, which naturally that's how the state gets paid. That's how they get their money. Just like the DMV, it's not part of the government; it's its own corporation, and I know this. You know what I mean? And that's how they get their money, because people sign their lives away on their license when they don't even actually need to. And it's a state law about the license thing. I'm going
to send over that. I'm going to have them do a law search, not for whether that law.
Oh, I have it written down in my backpack right now.
Not for whether that law exists, but whether that law
is valid.
No, whether our Champaign County judges are dismissing cases because of that.
Oh, they would have to.
I'm going to ask.
For the people, by the people. You see how that was just proven? That's awesome how I just worked that. And it's awesome how I worded that. You got to pay attention to all aspects of things. You got to know these things. If you don't know these things, you get fucked. And he couldn't hold that argument to save his life. Not at all. And now 9 times out of 10, he's gonna go in, discuss it with his partner, this, that, what have you. And they're gonna go about their way. They're gonna go about their business. And it's funny. Why is it funny? Because I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And you can't tell me I don't. That's the funny aspect of it. But, they can hold that argument all he wants to. I just didn't shine the camera into his face just to try to be respectful and mindful of him. I ain't gonna put him on blast like that. But it is what it is. I'm not gonna argue with the man. I did argue. I just did argue with the man because it's funny, because he's through. Just like the individual that was in the interceptor recording me, for all purposes inclined. That's all fine and dandy. But this is another day in life with your boy. Signing out. Peace.